Hey guys, it's Omer from MMOs.com. Do a quick first impressions gameplay video for Duel of Summoner, free-to-play Mabinogi themed trading card game developed and published by Nexon. I'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes running around checking this game out. Make comments if you guys do want to play Duel of Summoner or just learn more about it. Do check out the full review on MMOs.com on the link below. So let's go and get started right now. We are in queue for a match, and this is actually the same exact game as Mabinogi Duel, a mobile card game. However, it was ported over to PC as Duel of Summoner, and it's available on Steam, and it's free to play. It's basically the same game, just fit for PC, though there is no cross-platform compatibility between mobile and PC, and players cannot port over their data between the two versions, which is very odd considering Shadowverse, Hearthstone, and basically every one of these other games does have cross-platform play. So you have 12 cards in your deck. There's some really odd mechanics in this game, which you're going to see in a moment. So you have 12 card decks, but more importantly, which I love, one thing I love about this game right away I can point out, is that you can actually play with a random rental deck. So you can play with a deck you've already constructed if you'd like, or you click this random rental deck button at the start of the match, and instead of picking a deck you own, you can play with a random card, random deck. And the random deck gives you access to cards you don't normally own. So I had like 12, I have like no cards in my library, but I have all these cool rare cards I can play with now because the game gives me random cards to play with, which I think is mega awesome. Because if you ever played Hearthstone or Shadowverse, one of my biggest complaints with those games is that early on you have no cards. You have such boring decks. Here you have access to basically everything right away. I can't play anything my first turn, so I'm going to click on Charge. And the random deck you get, I mean, it doesn't really think too hard about it. The computer gives you basically a coherent deck with a decent curve, so you don't have anything that costs a crazy amount of resources. And it kind of just, you have some low-cost cards and high-cost cards and whatnot. So at the start of each turn, you gain a resource. You can see my resource at the bottom over here, and you can start playing cards. And you can see the resource cost on each card at the top. Faith at turn victory, increase attack of a target creature by the number of creatures in the other battlefield. We don't have to worry about that right now. Town Crier, when enemy summon, attack +1 of an ally. Alright, interesting. I need some actual... Where are my creatures at? Huh? I got Lorna. She's mega cute. Grave cost does not increase when it goes to the grave. Okay, this is 0-15. Nothing else on your battlefield. Okay, we gotta kill this, but we have nothing. I got a slime. That's a 1-15 slime. It's taking me forever to kill this crap. Oh god. Okay, what can we... YOLO, we're gonna summon the slime. That's all we got right now. He's getting an extra darkness resource every time he's got this guy on the board with nothing else. So that's actually really annoying. I'm only level 1 right now, so as you level up in the game, you actually gain more action points. So I have only 1 action right now. At level 2, I gain a second action point, so you can play 2 cards in a single turn, or use Charge twice, and whatnot. And because you don't draw cards, you can run out of cards pretty quickly in this game. You know, you only have 12 cards in your deck. But, you know, I have no cards in my graveyard right now, but you can actually get the cards from your graveyard back to your hand, which I'll show you in a bit. I can play this Barbarian. This Barbarian's going to do mega work for us. I think he's going to start smacking this asshole for more. And I couldn't attack last turn with my slime because he just came to play. Much like Hearthstone and Shadowverse, you can't attack the turn you come into play. Uh-oh, Log Trap. Whoa, whoa. Okay, good. He attacked that. I don't know. Was that random? I think Log Trap attacks a random enemy because he would not. I don't know why he'd wasted on that. So now we're going to click level up, and that's going to be our turn. Now that we're level 2, we get a second action next turn. And again, your cards actually only attack the creatures in front of them. So much like this, it's not the only game that does this. There's also, I believe, the Elder Scrolls card game has a similar mechanic. I haven't seen any of these cards before. Like I've never seen Lorna before, so I have to read these cards myself right now. Grave cost not increase when it goes to the graveyard. Okay, this is 7 damage. Hell yeah, we're playing Lorna. Let's see what Lorna's gonna do. And I have no mana for anything else, and our turn is gonna end. This guy hits for 7, hits like a truck. So this guy's gonna take a lot of damage as well. Oof. Okay, next turn, if he doesn't put a creature down, he's boned. He's got an unbelievable amount of resources there. He's got 9. He played a 7-cost card. Holy crap. Every turn returns a card from any grave to the hand and deals 2 damage to opponent's hero. If the opponent discards a card, completely recovers HP and increase attack by 2. Okay. Woo! This is gonna be trouble. I have to deal with this card somehow. 620. 6 damage, 20 HP. Oh god, he's got a lot of stuff right now. Luckily there's something sick that can't attack yet. I'm not sure why he put this over here. He's still gonna take 7 on my turn for sure, but he still has HP, so how can we deal with this guy? Makes attack of target opponent creature to 0 and brings it to your back. That's actually unbelievable. Holy moly. So for this cost of how much does it cost to use? 7. It costs 7, okay? Cast Capture. I'm gonna capture this bad boy. And now you are mine. He does no damage, but you no longer have it, so get effed. So we're gonna do a lot of damage to him right now. A lot of damage. So I should mention too, as you level up, your cards actually get stronger. So this is a level 2 Lorna. So if you click on help, level 1 only has 4 attack and 4 HP. But then it goes to 7, 6, and then 9, 8. And actually their abilities can change as well. Their cost will usually also increase with levels. But, you know, these guys are only level 1 because I only play them. This guy's only going to be level 1 because I only played this guy when he was level 1. So when you level up, only the cards in your hand get stronger. their cost also goes up. It doesn't retroactively upgrade the cards on the field. We're in a pretty great position, honestly. Can increase the attack of target creature. We're gonna charge. Our turn's over. This guy's boned, I think. Boosh, 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 boosh. You are at 5. Norman doesn't have much life left. This game is going quite well. It's going quite well. Play the Dark Elf over there. Uh-oh, powerful creature arrived. Okay, we have to, let's see what's going on. I'm gonna lose some creatures right now.
Your turn begins now.
Alright, this guy's gonna... He's at 2 HP. Again, I actually have this ability right now. Every time... Beautiful, he's on my side, so he takes 2 damage every time he discards or something. Okay, we gotta win right now. What can we do? I can play these spells for gaining 3 potion of mana. I'm not gonna do anything with this. My deck doesn't even utilize mana. Very odd. Sometimes, again, the RNG deck you get is kind of shit sometimes. But that's okay. I really can't do anything right now. We have to level up. Let's get level 3 right now. I have 0 cards in my graveyard still, so I can't show you that mechanic. But when you run out of cards, when your cards go in the graveyard, you can get them back into your hand. So I have 5 cards in my graveyard. I can spend 1 action point, taking all 5 back to my hand. I lose 1 HP for each one I get. But they also cost more, but I can play them again, so it's pretty important. My field is full, unfortunately, so I have to. I can't really do too much yet. Once I lose these stupid slimes, I can start playing other cards.
Opponent's turn.
We're still in a good position. He's only got 3 HP. This game should be pretty good. The core mechanics here are kind of cool, but there are some weird design decisions with this game. Because there are only 12 cards, the way you play every game, if you play with a pre-constructed deck, is almost like predetermined. It's very odd, because you know exactly what cards you can have every single game. The same early cards you'll use in one match will be used in every single match. So there's actually, ultimately, once you learn the game, there's not that much strategy involved. Or, you know, it makes it feel very odd. Again, we're only going to charge because, I mean, deal 7 damage to all creatures. I can just burn the map, which we're not going to do. We can play this guy, but there's no room for him either. Alright, increase attack. Let's just do this. This guy's going to get upgraded by 4, and we're going to win this turn. Easy game, easy life. He's got 4 creatures. I gave this guy a buff. But that was OP. I stole their witch, Zenoa. So, some weird design things too. It's almost like Yu-Gi-Oh! To a degree where certain monsters are really, really strong, but they can always be wrecked by spell cards. So I was able to basically, he spent a lot of time summoning this witch, which would have been really, really terrifying to deal with, but I was able to capture and just wreck them. Alright, back to menu. You can request a friend if you want to. Easy game, easy life. So again, I only have these cards in my deck. I have very few cards. So we can build a deck if we want to, build a new deck. We can start dragging these around. You can make auto decks if you want to over here. Whatever you drag down here will be a deck. You can save those if you want, but let's clear this anyway. I like using random decks, honestly. I think it's way more fun to make a random deck. Let's go click on this over here. We can save this. This can be deck 1. So if you want, we can use this deck next time, or we can go back with a random deck. But just playing different cards every single game, I think is phenomenal. I don't think any other game lets you do that. And it's not like in a practice match. You can do it in real matches, which is awesome. And again, you can play a lot of the games PvE as well. It's also worth mentioning, this is one of the only actual trading card games. You can actually trade with other people instead of just disenchanting. There's a draft arena as well, kind of like Hearthstone has. But it's really neat though. No other game really lets you trade cards. You can usually disenchant and craft, but here you can actually trade directly with other people for money, and use that money to unlock new booster packs and whatnot too. So it actually has trading elements, which is kind of nifty too. Now, I don't think it's going to kill Hearthstone or Shadowverse or even come close to it, but it can be pretty fun. But my biggest concern is, you need the drawing mechanic. It's so weird that they have no drawing mechanic in this game. And they didn't really fix it with the card design either, because so many of your early games and whatnot will be so similar. For me, it's a little unique every time because I'm literally playing with a random deck. I love the fact that I can use I can use my default starting deck if I want to, or I can play with this random deck. Or a random deck gives you a random deck from the ones you have, or a rental deck gives you literally random cards, which is awesome. Again, I love playing with the random cards just to see all the cards in the game. I wish to see this in Hearthstone or whatnot, because I think it's pretty legit. So this guy's using Bouncy Arrow. When a friendly creature attacks the enemy hero, a random enemy creature suffers 1 damage, decrease starting HP by 4. So again, my guy has this bonus. Whichever avatar you equip kind of gives you a bonus. It's very, very weird. And this is, yes, we're going to put this guy down, and our turn is over. So it's some weird RNG elements too. Like, so many of the cards get weird RNG, and there's weird ability RNG that it can be pretty frustrating. Rest in pepperoni, Luna over there. But if you like what you see, give it a try. Honestly, it's not terrible. It's not as strategic as it looks though, because you know what, once you know the cards in your deck, you're basically playing the same game every single time. So you do have to adapt to your opponent, and once you run out of cards, when you revive your cards also matters, because reviving, again, takes everything from your graveyard and puts it back into your hand, but they cost more and you lose HP for doing so. I'm just gonna go ahead and charge. Charge additional resources. Give me more of that sweet green. Give me some of that sweet leaf power. I like this person's avatar way more. Mega cute.
Your turn.
Lose the enemy HP of all enemy creatures by 12 every turn. That is so annoying. I gotta kill that somehow. Oh, deal 10 damage to target creatures. Not quite enough though to kill it, unfortunately. Deal 5 damage to the enemy creature with the lowest HP and moves to a random location. YOLO.
Creature summoned.
Look at that sick movement over there. We juked. That juke arena, boys. We got the juke. But now he's got C7. He basically got my guy at 1 HP, unfortunately, because of his ability. But yeah, now he's got Servant of Fire. It's going to AoE damage everything on my turn over here. This guy actually look. When this guy gets if you summon this card after he got level 2, his ability would be stronger. So there's some interesting dynamic between when you play cards and how you revive cards from your graveyard and back into your hand, which make for some pretty unique gameplay. The problem again is I'm no design expert, but it just seems like there's not as much strategy in this game as there would be in Hearthstone or Shadowverse, because you start with all the cards in your hand, and the games start getting very familiar. But yeah, if you like what you see, give it a try. It's free to play on Steam. It's really quality artwork, and, really great production value, honestly. But yeah, check it out. If you guys do want to play or learn more about it, check out the full review on MMOs.com on the link below. Anyway, guys, later.